Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be episode 10 of Mission 1 from Battle Hymn, a mission called Boomerang. Progress so far? Well, we're at condition 4. I have 14 victory points as opposed to 2 lost from one guy I've lost in action. That's Gomez. There's a few Japanese that have fallen as well. And it looks like there's actually Japanese movement. All right, this guy's moved forward, but this guy, there's one in here, this guy here are falling back. So I need to exit between these two green ones. And if I do exit with the current victory point status, I would win the scenario. But there's a lot of hexes to go, and we're about to start round 5 of this actual sequence of rounds and such forth. Okay, the first thing that happens is the random event. Condition 1, improve any further. 4 plus 5 is 9. No, RE9. It says 3, 6, 5. So let's write that down. 5. Boom, boom, boom. And where's the paragraph book? There she is. 3, 6, 5. Right, okay. This has got an errata on it. I highlighted all the ones that had an errata on it, so I can actually get to that quite quickly. 365. Oh, it says clarification. Right. Okay. So if S3 has occurred, yeah, they've all occurred apart from sighting 1, 365, and was removed from play by Japanese evasive movement. Oh, that's the clarification. In this case, JA10. C385. Okay. I think JA10 has been taken out. Otherwise, no event. Okay. So yeah, no event. Cool. Like that. Activation numbers. Yes, we've still got in here a panicked Baldwin because we haven't had a chance yet to spend an action to get him out of panic. So okay, 3 for the Japanese, 4 for me. So I actually get the advantage this time. Okay, so he stays on there. Right, so let's do the 3 for the Japanese. So one action, 2 actions. Oh, he's taken out, so he's actually no longer there. And Q 3, so 1 action. Right. Alan, so we're on a 4. 1 action. Clark, 1 action. This guy, Flores, 1 action. Davis will therefore be 1 action, and Evans will be 1 action. And Hibbert, potentially 2 actions, but he's got the red number of death there. Has he got enough people to give him commands? Hibbert is here. And Hibbert's got a initiative of 1. Alan's too far away. Baldwin's only got initiative of 3. I know he's panicked, but he can still give it. We worked that out in the last video. Can give his command, but it's at 3 plus 1's 4. So Hibbert panics. Darn. 2 actions for him would have been nice. Okay. So in actual fact, even though we've got the initiative, this Japanese dude is the only one who's got 2 turns this round. And that's Mr. Watiki, isn't it? Mr. W. Wantabi. All right. So let's have a look at him. He's over in this hex here with the heavy machine gun, which he doesn't actually hold. Right. So Japanese activation number is 2. So we put on that. 2. Right, there we go. Let's see what Mr. Wantabi does with a 2. Right, so condition 4 says 0 to 3, 8, 6, 3. Okay, 8, 6, 8, 6, 3. Dun, dun, dun. Right, it says if no active target is in sight, move as quickly as possible. There is an active, there's now quite a few active targets coming into sight. So, right, if active target is in sight and this soldier occupies an open hex, he doesn't move as quickly as possible. If an active target is in sight and this soldier occupies a non-open hex, conduct 8, 6, 9. Ooh. 8, 6, 9. Okay. It is what? Oh. Another errata on this. Yeah, this module, or this game, is full of them. Absolutely. Took quite a bit of going through things. You've got like 6 pages. Right. 8, 6, 9. Okay. If a grenade is available and there's no active US soldier in 3, if no target is within 3 hexes, conduct 801. God blimey, we're going around the houses here. 801. This guy obviously doesn't know what he wants to do. Just one of them we pick up the heavy machine gun, but right. Crouch, then conduct best fire, easiest target, fall prone after fire, if free stance change is available. Now he's currently prone, so he's got to come out of prone to fire, so he's using up his free stance. So we might as well delete that for the time being. But he crouches. And he's only armed with a pistol. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10, 11. They're both the same, which is the easiest. They're both the same. So now, does a pistol actually have a range of 11? Combat resolution table. Pistol range. Oh, adds up to 20. Okay, so it's a long range shot, but you can still do it. Okay, so first off, let's check for jam. It don't jam, 23. Okay, next up, so he's going to fire at either one. There's 3 guys of mine there. In alpha order, I'm going to roll a d6. So rolled a 6, so it's going to be Flores. He's the last person in the alphabet. Okay, so Flores is the target with the pistol. This guy's weapon skill is 0. So if we bring the modifiers up, combat modifiers table, there we go. Right, so we know the basic to hit chance at long range with a pistol is 3. His weapon skill is 0. He's doing a standard shot. But that's only if it's an automatic fire. It's not automatic fire, I don't get the +1 there. And I'm crouching in these boulders. -2. So that takes 3 down to a 1. Okay. He rolls a 6, so that's a miss. And then we got no, we don't roll for Japanese ammunition. That's only the Americans run out of ammo. A paragraph will dictate if he runs out of ammo. So that's Mr. Wantabi. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do now? All right. So we're going to get Mr. E, Mr. Evans, spend an action to do what it said under paragraph 191. When I moved in last time, I didn't have an action to actually do what it says under 191. So let's now have a look. Right. So this soldier will rally only when another soldier enters his hex and spends 1 action. So he's entered the hex last turn, he spends the action now. The soldier rallies immediately when the other soldier's action is spent and may perform actions that round if given a turn by a commander. Otherwise, place a soldier's AR marker in the complete space. All right, so he's not going to do anything this time, so it goes to complete. Okay, and that only affects one. So, yeah, Mr. Baldwin absolutely cacked his kegs, but there's nothing more I can do with him now because the commander is way over here, and he can't give a command to himself like that. So, yeah, he's done. Right. What next? I think we need to shoot this officer. So I think it's going to be time for Davis to take Mr. I like consuming ammo Davis take a shot at the Japanese. He's going to take an aim shot at N9. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which I believe is a medium range shot. Automatic rifle. Oh no, so it's a short range shot. Okay, so ammo. No. Jam. I rolled 36, so no jam. So short range shot is 5. Davis has got weapon skill +1, so that's 6. None of those apply. And the guy's in a jungle and he's standing -2, so it takes it to a 4. Okay, roll a 9. Mr. Davis. And then let's see if you can ammo consumption. Rolls 59. Well, at least he didn't consume it this time. Blimey. Okay. Mr. Davis, there we go. That's you done. Okay. Next guy up will be, let's do Flores. He'll take a shot at the same Japanese dude. Okay, but he is only armed with a semi-automatic rifle. Yeah, semi-automatic rifle. And let's check for jam. He rolls 12, so no jam. And then, right, so for that weapon, we know that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hex range. Semi-auto rifle, that is medium range. That's where I got that from. So that drops it to a 4. His weapon skill is 0, so it stays at 4. However, the guy standing in the jungle takes it down to 2. He rolls a 5. And then ammunition, 25. He rolled counter spinning dice, 94. So that's okay. So he doesn't, at least he doesn't consume. That's Flores. Right. C. Clark. He'll do the same shot. So weapon skill. In fact, it's an identical shot. So jam. 18 is fine. Weapon skill, that range. So it's identical, so it's a 2, wasn't it? And he rolls a 3. Oh, bloody hell. Rolls a 3. Okay, this. Standing in the jungle is not too bad, actually, for defense purposes. Okay. Now, do I want... He's got a submachine gun. So at that range, I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9 hex range. No, he's going to move up. So, stand crouch, boom, free movement, and then 1, 2, 3, crouch again, 4. Yeah, we've been all of those hexes, that's fine. Right, okay, so the Japanese then. Mr. Q, we've got to do these in alpha order. Mr. Q. Well, no. The reason why I'm calling Mr. Q is because I couldn't find a Japanese name beginning with Q. Okay, so it's a new turn, so we have to roll a new activation number for the Japanese. And it is, sorry, using a dice tower, sometimes I can't see the numbers so easily. It goes right against the edge. Right, action number 6. Mr. Q. What's he doing? 5 to 7. No, card. Do know my alphabet, honestly. Roll 6. 8, 6, 6. 8, 6, 6. Ba, ba, ba. Yes, when I have to look at the paragraph, you get a musical interlude. Ba, ba, ba. Right. And then I've got to change the glasses because it's a lot of text. I can't read without the other glasses. Right. If no active target is in sight, move as quickly. Well, there is active targets. There's all my dudes on the hill there. If 1 or 2 active targets are in sight, okay, there's actually say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in sight now. 8, 6, 6. If 3 or more active targets are in sight, crouch and conduct snap fire at as many targets as possible, beginning with the closest, then the easiest. You can only do 2 snap fires, and he's armed with a rifle. So, okay. Now, they're all going to be the same. Crouching in boulders. So he's going to take 2 snap fire shots. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to roll a d10 and for his first target, and then the d. Did it say closest first? Wasn't it closest then easiest? So it's actually the closest is between C, F, and D. So it's a D6. Again, alpha order depending on the roll. Okay, roll a 1. So that's the earliest in the alpha. He's firing at Clark. Okay. So check for weapon jam. 5% chance. Japanese rifle. 80. Doesn't jam. Okay. Range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It looks like we're having long range shots here. Bolt action rifle with 11. That's a medium. That's a 4. Mr. Q has a weapon skill of 0, so it stays 4. And I am crouching in boulders. Boulders. There we go. It's -2. So that takes it to 2. And he's doing a snap fire. So it takes it to a 0. And he rolls a 5. So that's a miss. Okay. The next shot is at the easiest. So it's any of those 5. So I'm going to roll a d10 and again do it now for order. So I've rolled a 3. So A would be, well, it'll be 1 and 2. So it's B. Can't see B. So he's firing at the same dude. Okay. And it'll be the same shot then, won't it? He needs a 0. And rolls an 8. So no. I don't think I have to determine jam again. So, right. That's Mr. Q done and completed. Then it's Mr. W. Or Watabe. He's over here. Okay. Oh, we're at action number 6. So let's see what he does on action number 6. 8, 6, 5. 8, 6, 5. Keep the book open on the blink. They're all doing this around the 8s, aren't they? 8, 6, 5. If no active target in sight, there are active targets in sight. If 1 or 2 active targets are in sight, no, we have 5 active targets. If 3 or more active target sites are in sight, full prone. Okay, so the other guy fires. This guy says, you know what? Nah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go prone. Okay. Obviously makes it a harder target, but there we go. Boop. And that just leaves Mr. X. Yeah, there's no letter for No name beginning with X. So, what's he going to do? Right, so on condition 4, with a 6, it says 863. 863. Right. No, if active target is in sight, right. If active target is in sight and this soldier occupies an open hex, he doesn't move his foot. If active target is in sight and this soldier occupies a non-open hex, conduct 869. If grenade available, no. No, he's an officer. He does have a grenade available. And active use soldiers within 3 hexes. No, stand and throw grenade. If no grenade available or no target is within 3 hexes, conduct 801. I think we've had that one before, haven't we? Go around the moldy one. 801. Crouch, then conduct best fire at easiest target, fall prone after fire. If we start, all right. So he goes into a crouch. So that's his free stance used effectively. So he won't go prone. And he's armed with a pistol and fire at, was it easiest or closest? Yeah, I know I should have carried on reading the paragraph. 801. Best fire at easiest target. So it's going to be an aim shot at easiest target. It's those 3 again. Number 4. So that will be Davis on top of the hill. Okay. Range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hex range. Pistol, that is long range. So first of all, we have to determine ammunition. Sorry, determine jam. He rolls 43. He's okay on that regard. And it is, so it's the best fire. So it's a fire value of 3. He has a weapon skill of +2, so that's 5. And he's firing at my guy who's in the boulders. Crouching -2, so it takes his 5 back to a 3. Rolls a 4. Ooh, that was close, but no cigar. So that's him done. Okay, that just leaves Hibbert, who panics. Where's Hibbert? Yeah, that means he goes prone. And that concludes that round. Can't even remember what round it was. That round 5 or round 6? Lots of numbers there. I can't remember. Round 5. So we're now going to do round 6. Yeah, not much really happened that round. So round 6. This is a random event. 6 + 4 is 10. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Random event 10. Random event 10. Yeah. None. No, that was R. Random event 10. There we go. Sorry, RE, not R. 406. Paragraph 406. 406. If S4 has occurred and was removed from play by the Japanese evasive movement, C420 immediately. Okay. He's got an errata there because he's saying S4. Well, who the hell was S4? Let's have a look. Paragraph 406. In this case, S4 in this case is JA11. Is he still on the board? No, he's been taken out. So there's no one left by evasive movement. 406. Otherwise, no event. Okay, so I'm presuming if they've left by evasive movement, there's a potential they could come back, but those guys have been taken out. Okay, so it's action numbers. Okay, I roll 0, Japanese roll 1. That means they get the initiative. Okay, so Japanese roll 1. Mr. X with a 1 gets 1 action. Mr. W with a 1 gets 1 action. And Mr. Q. Ooh. Panics. What it says. That's the only time the Japanese can panic from this particular chart. Okay, I rolled a 0, so he gets 2 actions. These 2 get 1 action. These 3 get 1 action, but we have to check for panic. And Mr. Hibbert's fine. So F, D, and E. D is within command range of A, so that's fine. E is with B, so that he's fine. And who was it? Sorry. E, F, and D. So, and it's Flores, Mr. F, who's with and also in command. So yeah, we're all fine. No panics this time. Right. So we actually go for Alan goes first. He's going to spend his action to get Davies to take another shot at that officer. We can't really make it too much of it. It's all this open ground. I know there's a bit of cover there, but yeah, I don't like it because we don't. There could be a Japanese guy hiding there. I know we've only got 1 sighting left, but we've still got 1 sighting left. Don't like losing dudes. So yeah, so he will spend his action to give a command to Davies, Mr. I like spending ammunition, to fire on Mr. X. So first off, then he's going to do an aim shot. You've got the automatic rifle, 5% chance of a jam. So I've got those dice in the dice tower. 5% chance of a jam. You roll 33. He's okay. Right. So basic to hit. We know this is a short range shot because we did this shot before. Automatic rifle 2 to 9. That's a 5 required. Davies has a weapon skill of 6. Weapon skill of 6 +1. Let's make 6. Now this guy, did he go into a crouch? He did, so it's going to be even harder to hit. 6. He's in the jungle, crouching. -3, so that's a 3. Okay. Rolls a 3. Well done, Miss Davies. Finally. Okay. This should hurt because, well, it's a little bit more pokey. The effect roll. All right. High. 3 again. That's not high enough. Just short of an incapacitated. So that's a wound. And then ammunition. 65. At least he didn't consume this time. 65. So this guy goes wounded, which means he goes prone. And most importantly, loses action for the turn. Okay. So that was Mr. Davis. Prone is going to be a lot harder to target now. So we're now at Mr. W, Mr. Wantabe, who's currently prone. Right, we haven't rolled a Japanese activation number yet, and we roll a 6, which it was last time. Okay, so Mr. Wantabe, he went prone last time. 865. Okay, well, he's got 3 or more targets in sight. He stays prone. Yeah, too many Americans around. Okay, that's useful, because I think that's now requiring me now to go forward, grow a pair. All right, Mr. Clark. So if he stands up, is his free stance change and goes 1, 2, 3, and then falls prone, or 1, 2, 3 into the cover. Yeah. So stands up and goes into S13 for 1. He's got 4 movement points, so he's got enough to get where I need him to get to. But he's gone into S13. That says none. R13. None. Q13. None. And he goes into crouch. So he's in cover. That's him done. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have Alan give an order to Flores. That's him done. Flores will then take an action. And he stands up and repeats that move. 2, 3, and then goes into... Well, you know what? I'm going to actually keep him standing. So it's 1, 2, 3, because he's going to take another action straight after. So I'm actually going to move him forward now into P12. None. Okay, so that's his first action done. And I'm going to do another action with him now. Whereupon he will now move. All right, this is another action, so he hasn't had his free stance change. Moves into P11 for 1. None. P10 for 2. Also none. And then P9 for 4. Ooh, says none. And free stance change now to crouch. You know what? No. No, that Japanese officer could... Well, he's wounded, isn't he? You know what? We'll actually go prone there ourselves as our free stance change. We dash into the jungle there. So that's how useful orders are. He gets an order from... Just really, obviously he's moved out of command range now. So maybe next turn he will panic. But you can't do it all. So yeah, that's Flores done. So can we get Baldwin up to give him? No, Baldwin's way back here. Okay, Davis. Yeah, I know we could fire it. Okay. His job is to fire, so he will fire at Mr. Q. Okay, so see if his weapon jams. He's doing an aim shot. 34. No, his weapon doesn't jam. So range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we've gone into medium range there. With an automatic rifle, yeah. So it's medium range. These figures aren't quite correct on here either. That is also an errata. It's 10 to 17 is the medium range. But anyway, it's medium range, which is 4. Weapon skill 5. So +1, 5. And the guy standing up into the jungle, that's -2, so it takes it to a 3. A 3 for Mr. Davies, and he rolls a 5. Meh. Okay, oh, and then ammunition. 68 is okay. In fact, he's been so judicious with the ammunition that trying to be so careful, he's actually missing. I'd rather he hit and consume than not. But anyway, so Mr. Baldwin then. Yeah, let's do Mr. Baldwin. Okay, so free stance change. He comes from prone into standing. And then he'll move 1. I know R13, 14, 15. Better check it. R15. Dum, 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 dum. It says event. We're in rounds, so no event. And then he goes up there. So that's +1 for the hill, for the boulders. Not 1 for the boulders, +1 for the embankment. So that takes him to 3. It's Q15. None. And then he will crouch at that point. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? Oh, we already did him. Okay, so that leaves Hibbert and Evans. Right, we know Hibbert is with Alan. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get into the cover there with Clark. So, oh no way, he's only got 3 movement points. Yes, he's a bit of a slow coach. So you know what? We will crouch him to there. So delete his pro and we'll just crouch him forward. About as much use as a chocolate teapot. Right, but we can spend points on him if he survives and improve him. Evans, we all start somewhere, I suppose. Okay, so he's already standing. So he's just going to move. So he goes 1, 2, 3. 4. Evans has got 4, yes. So he goes into P14. No, and then goes into a crouch. Okay. That's him done. And that just means Mr. Q, who panicked, so he goes prone. And that concludes round 6. And I'm going to conclude this episode. I did 2 rounds. Hopefully this video is not too long, but let's go back up to the top. Okay, so not much happening other than a long range firefight, but I now realize I've got to get moving. I can't just loiter there and hopefully just try and take them out. Firing at guys in the jungle, it's a bit tricky, as I've missed quite a few shots there. I've got 1, but I'm missing quite a lot, so I think it's time I've got to get closer. I want to avoid hand-to-hand if possible, because these Japanese have got knives. In fact, that officer's got a sword, a katana probably. So yeah, I don't really want to get into fisticuffs with the Japanese. They're a bit nasty. And again, if I think about an ASL, they were a bit nasty in close combat. So yeah, I've got to keep them at range, but I've got to get moving as well. I've got to get off the board. So at least, I mean, in an ASL scenario, you've got that time constraint, and I keep referring to ASL. In most games, you've got a time constraint, and this you haven't. I mean, I can sit here for hours and hours and hours just going on and shooting and eventually kill them all. But, you know, A, it's not very much fun, is it? And B, you know, I need to entertain you guys as well as entertain myself. So I think, yes, I've got to press the attack, even though there's no actual requirement of it. But I still don't want to lose any guys. So I'm still being cautious but optimistic and progressive further. Anyway, enough whiffle waffle from me. Play games, have fun. Until next time, bye, Internet.